Ever pondered how your money can work for you, multiplying itself while you sleep? Welcome to the fascinating world of compound interest, the secret weapon of the savviest investors. It's like a magical formula that brings your money to life, making it grow and multiply over time. So, what's the deal with compound interest? Well, it's essentially the interest you earn on a loan or deposit, calculated not just on the initial principal, but also on the interest that has been added to that principal over time. It's like an interest on interest, a multiplication game that your money plays, and the longer it plays, the more it wins. This is the power of compound interest, and it's how money makes more money. Imagine your money as a tiny snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow and growing larger with every roll. That's compound interest for you. Ever witnessed a magic trick where a magician pulls out endless handkerchiefs from his pocket? That's what compound interest does to your money. Imagine you're at the start of a grand adventure. You've taken your first step into the realm of investing, and you've got a small amount of money to play with. You've heard about this thing called compound interest, but what is it really? Let's break it down. Think of compound interest as a snowball effect. You start with a small snowball, your initial investment, and as you roll it around, it picks up more and more snow, growing larger with each turn. That's exactly what happens when you invest money and earn interest on it. The formula for compound interest might seem a bit daunting at first. A equals P times 1 plus R over N, all raised to the power of NT. In this formula, A is the final amount you'll end up with, P is your principal amount or your initial investment, R is the annual interest rate, N is the number of times interest is compounded per year, and T is the time in years. But don't let the formula scare you. It's simple once you understand it. Let's say you invest $1,000 at an annual interest rate of 5%. If the interest is compounded once a year for 20 years, you'll end up with $2,664.33. That's your initial investment, plus an additional $1,664.33, all thanks to the magic of compound interest. Now here's where things get even more interesting. If the interest is compounded daily instead of annually, you'll end up with even more money. This is because the interest is now being calculated not just on your initial investment, but also on the interest you've already earned. It's a bit like a magician pulling handkerchiefs out of a hat. The magic just keeps going. So the more frequently the interest is compounded, the more money you can make. It's like getting interest on your interest. Do you realize that the secret ingredient to compound interest is time? That's right, my friends. Patience is not just a virtue in life, but it's also a critical component when it comes to compound interest. Think of it this way. You plant a seed in a garden. You water it, you nurture it, you give it sunlight. But does it grow into a mighty tree overnight? Absolutely not. It takes time. And just like that seed, your investments need time to grow as well. When you start investing early and let your money sit for longer periods, you unlock the true power of compound interest. This is because compound interest works on the principle of multiplication. With each passing year, your investment doesn't just add up, it multiplies. And as time goes on, this multiplication effect becomes more pronounced, leading to a steep increase in the growth of your investment. Now, let's say you're in your early 20s and you invest a small amount every month. It may not seem like much at first, but give it 20, 30, or even 40 years, and you'll be amazed at how much your investment has grown. Why? Because you've given your money time to compound and multiply. On the other hand, if you start investing in your 40s or 50s, you'll have less time for your money to grow. This means you'll need to invest a larger amount to catch up. So, the early bird really does get the worm, or in this case, the compound interest. So, here's the deal. If you want to leverage the magic of compound interest, start early and be patient. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Remember, your money is working for you, even when you're not looking. And here's the best part. Once you've set this up, you can sit back and let your money do the work. You don't need to constantly monitor your investments or stress over the daily fluctuations in the market. Just be patient and let the power of compound interest do its thing. Remember,
Compound interest is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-surely strategy. So, are you ready to plant your seed and watch it grow? Now that you know the magic of compound interest, how can you make it work for you? The answer lies in 3 powerful strategies. Firstly, regular investments. It's like nurturing a tree. The more you water it, the more it grows. Make consistent contributions to your investment account and let compound interest do the rest. Secondly, reinvesting the earnings. This is the fuel that accelerates the growth of your wealth. When you earn interest, put it back into your investment. This way, you're not just earning interest on your original investment, but also on the interest you've earned. Lastly, consider investment options with higher compounding frequencies. The more often interest is compounded, the greater the overall return. It's the difference between a snowball and an avalanche. These strategies are simple, yet profound. They can set you on the path to financial freedom. With the right strategy, compound interest can be your ladder to financial success. So, are you ready to set your money on a multiplication mission? In the past few minutes, we've journeyed through the magical world of compound interest, revealing its potential to catapult your wealth exponentially. This isn't just math. It's a strategic tool to secure your financial future. Consider this a wake-up call to start investing early and consistently. Remember, it's not about having huge sums of money to start with, but about giving your investments the time they need to grow. Compound interest is like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering more snow and momentum as it goes. Your wealth could gather the same momentum, growing larger and faster the longer you let it roll. So there's no time like the present to set your money on this multiplication mission. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment on this video. Let's make our money work for us, one compound interest at a time.